When I was 15 years old, I was in Colombia, my home country, going through a random situation. I say random because I wasn't decided on what to do after graduating from high school.
College is big. The people are fleeting. What felt familiar was hundreds of miles away.
Each of the footprints represent the wisdom that he left with me.
Blame stops us from looking to the future while it holds our gaze firmly on the past.
It took almost all of my power and courage to finally confront the people I love most, my family.
I was the last one who made it to that island. Everyone was already there. I unbuckled the kids from my life vest. I had tears in my eyes.
Being able to choose is a privilege. I should be happy that I get to make a choice. Instead, I was sad, confused. I cried a lot.
Those are clips from projects done by students as part of the Digital Storytelling Internship. If you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to see all of these projects in their entirety, I'll provide a link to the playlist in the description below. As someone who studied broadcast media production at Montgomery College, I have long been a fan of storytelling, particularly reporting. This is distinct from digital storytelling. While traditional media production shares the stories of others and is created in studios with a support team, digital stories are driven primarily by the storyteller. The form and definition are fluid, but digital stories usually prioritize the individual creator's voice, utilize their own images and videos with occasional stock content, and showcase their creative talents. Through participating in the digital storytelling process, typically completed collaboratively, the digital storyteller creates meaning around a central topic, theme, or learning point.
Many years ago, when I was first introduced to a digital story, I thought, oh, you know what? I've got a story. I can just jump into the technology and be able to produce this beautiful, finished digital story project. And that's absolutely not the case.
Social media now shapes policy, it shapes revolutions, public thought and opinions. And it's a way to share information to large audiences very quickly.
The script writing process, the taking a script and translating it to video, using all the features of an editing program, all of those could be absolutely applicable in other contexts, especially in a starter position. They could be doing publicity, they could be doing advertisement, they could be creating video tutorials. We have an active community of practice in digital storytelling of people at Montgomery College who want to offer these kinds of assignments, want to offer this kind of innovative teaching in their classes. We know that there are faculty out there willing and interested in this work.
The person who struggles with writing and shining through academic formal writing, they might really excel in the digital storytelling space. And you get to expose a whole different side of a student and grow their abilities and their confidence in the subject matter in a way that wouldn't have originally come to be.
Having digital storytelling skills can be a game changer. MC professors Jamie Gillan and Matthew Decker recognized this, and in the fall of 2019, they launched the Digital Storytelling Internship, open to students of all academic areas of study.
We're the first ones to implement on-campus internships with a focus on leadership and professional development in the way that an internship at a local community agency or at a government agency downtown would also offer our students. It's not part of a course, it's something separate and apart from.
We wanted to provide our interns with 3 branches of support. And so one of those branches was professional development, training, another was service and support, and then the final was leadership. They not only learn how to build a digital story on their own, but also how to support a faculty member or a student engaged in the same digital story creation process.
The large majority of the internship is spent on service. We have an idea of what we want to accomplish, and we bring that idea to the interns and say, how do you want to structure this? What does it look like from your perspective? We want our interns to take an active role in the design of what they're learning. And the competition is pretty fierce to become a digital storytelling intern.
We read every one of their applications in full, but most of the time we're thinking about the collaborative spirit of our internship. We want a team that is going to be a fantastic group of people with a unique set of skills that will share out that knowledge and bolster the experience for each individual intern.
Now, in order to tell a story, you must first have a story. And choosing the topic isn't always an obvious choice. Being able to open up and put it out there is no simple task either. Telling a story can make you feel vulnerable, especially if the story involves you.
So an important part of our professional development experience is introducing them to the full process of a story circle.
Each intern is required to produce a personal project that they complete on their own with our support and with the support of many entities around campus. And to help students beginning to think about ideas, we arrived with several prompts.
An example might be something like, of the 3 places in your life that are meaningful to you, what is the third place? So a lot of students will think, well, my first is home, my second is work or school. What is that third place? And tell the story of that third place.
Coffee has never been a fundamental part of my life, but at Caldy's social house, with its warm light and comfy couches and welcoming baristas, a latte is custom. It's my key to a second home.
Another one that's really popular is a fork in the road, which makes a lot of sense for Montgomery College students because so many of them are traveling from another country and starting an entirely new experience in the United States in pursuit of their education.
I made my choice, and today I'm here furthering my studies in the USA. I made this choice because I understand the importance of education. Education is the resource I need to contribute to my community.
During that brainstorming session, we also had representatives from the writing centers from all 3 campuses available to work with our interns in small groups and provide feedback about which idea seemed like it had a lot of legs and that they wanted to know more about, and maybe which ideas they could sort of let go or they weren't ready to tell that story yet. The interns would give each other feedback as well on which ideas were working.
Telling these stories digitally does require equipment. The internship provided some of that to the students as well.
We've had interns produce work using their iPhones and iMovie. The Public Humanities Institute has purchased a number of Zoom recorders, not to be confused with Zoom, the platform that we use to teach and to meet with others, but Zoom as the entity that's fairly well known in the audio industry and music industry for recording devices. Montgomery College, the IT department, we worked with them last summer 2019, to purchase a number of seats in their software. These seats allow cloud storage of products, which is really helpful because the files tend to be quite large. They also have a lot of content that's available for use so that they aren't violating copyright law. They can use stock image that's available on WeVideo and stock audio, especially music files that's available on WeVideo, to augment their personal pictures, audio narratives. That really does help.
Crafting a story is not easy, and using video technology that's not always easy either. To overcome this, interns were provided with help from MC faculty and staff along with each other.
We had all of the interns come together in the Rockville Digital Learning Center with Eduardo Cunningham, and we went over Adobe Spark as one of the video editing platforms, as well as WeVideo. And we showed them the nuances of that technology.
Discuss all of the different techniques, audio recording, how to edit sound, how to edit video. Some of our students come very tech savvy and others need a lot of instruction in the technology.
And then came the curveball. During the spring of 2020, the coronavirus pandemic affected everybody's day-to-day routine and ability to function. MC and the digital storytelling internship had to find ways to work around this, while still giving the interns a valuable experience.
When the pandemic struck, it was actually, I think, just around spring break for us at Montgomery College. We just did a lot of brainstorming, and it was kind of a colossal effort for us at the start, just to think about how do we make this work? How do we ensure that the interns feel like they're getting the experience that they signed up for?
WeVideo has a record button embedded within the software. So when the access to the Zoom products became physically unavailable, there was at least that we could offer the interns and also any students who are creating projects. You can use stock image from there and you can record into it. So even if you don't have access to other technologies at home, you can use this.
I think one of the first things we elected to do was, one, maintain everything we were doing. So you are still going to be participating in professional development seminars. Professor Gillen and I are going to host those. You are still going to provide office hours, only we're going to make them virtual now, and we're going to see what the Zoom technology can do for us in that way. We're still going to try to make a field trip happen. And yes, it won't carry the magic of going to UMBC and meeting with these people in person, but we can still make this an event that you can take away, something that you might cherish and value in the future. And then, of course, we have to land on a showcase. We're not going to do all of this work and not provide you with the forum and the platform to share this out.
At the end of the spring 2020 semester, the Digital Storytelling Internship Showcase was held via Zoom, and it was open to the Montgomery College community. The projects were shown in groups of 3 with question and answer sessions in between.
We were really busy during this process of screening digital stories and communicating in the chat feature. But at one point I looked at the list of attendees and it was around 84. And there's absolutely no way we would get 84 people into a room during a final exam week if we were stuck on one campus. Just absolutely no way we could have achieved that. So I thought that was incredibly powerful too. And just to witness how active the chat feature through Zoom was for the showcase, it was really beautiful to see after each screening of each digital story, the student who just shared their work received these accolades and thank yous and just really beautiful commentary about their work.
Having the experience of this internship gave the students more skills to utilize and experiences to draw from. They are even better equipped to face future challenges in the classroom and beyond.
Students who become interns then look for their next thing, that first job, their graduate school. They have a real skill set to offer to say, yes, I can both tell your story and I can also do it in a digital, visual format, but I also know how to lead a group and how to show up in a polished, professional way.
You see them emerge as really confident and motivated leaders. They're more prepared for the unique assignments that might be given to them in any class. And they're absolutely more prepared to do a group project. No matter where they go, they're going to need to showcase some sort of leadership or professionalism or collaboration or communication or tech proficiency, service. All of these things are universally beloved and necessary.
To learn more about Montgomery College's Digital Storytelling Internship, how to apply for it, or support it, go to this website.